The human genome is made up of about 25,000 genes, which are stored on our chromosomes. Our genes encode the instructions that define our traits. These instructions, which provide all of the information necessary for a living organism to live and grow, reside in the nucleus of every cell. The instructions come in the form of a molecule called deoxyribonucleic acid, or DNA. DNA encodes a detailed set of plans, like a blueprint for building different parts of the cell. Our DNA is packaged into compact units called chromosomes. The DNA molecule comes in the form of a twisted ladder shape called a double helix. The ladder's rungs are built with the four-letter DNA alphabet, A, C, T, and G, which stands for adenine, cytosine, thymine, and guanine. These alphabet pieces join together according to special rules. A always pairs with T, and C always pairs with G. The DNA strand is made up of these letters. The letters make words, and the words make sentences. These sentences are called genes. Genes tell the cell to make other molecules called proteins. Proteins enable cells to perform special functions. Each gene in the DNA encodes information about how to make an individual protein, so all of our genes are needed to give instructions for how to make and operate all parts of our bodies. If a gene is abnormal, it may lead to an abnormal protein or an abnormal amount of a normal protein, either too much or too few. For example, blood contains red blood cells that transport oxygen around our bodies. The cells use a protein called hemoglobin to capture and carry the oxygen. Of our 25,000 genes, only a few contain the instructions for making hemoglobin proteins. The remaining genes contain the instructions for making other parts of our bodies. If our hemoglobin gene is normal, the hemoglobin protein works fine. But if the instructions in that gene are changed or mutated, the changes in the hemoglobin protein could result in one such mutation that causes a disorder called sickle cell anemia. In this disorder, red blood cells will collapse or sickle. The hemoglobin protein is just one example. Other proteins, such as enzymes that produce the pigments in your eyes, and keratin, which is responsible for growing hair and nails, are also produced by our genes.